Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you a brief overview and review of Mythalix. So this is a area control, hand management, card drafting game where you are trying to be the first player to collect 4 elements, and these elements are in each corner of the board. Each player starts out with 1 element based on where they place their standee, their god. You basically usually place it in the left corner near you. So this one would get the water element, and that one would get the purple, whatever that element is. And they start out with that, 4 gold coins, and a player board, and you have the 3 cubes to tally your defense, your movements. This is your movements, your defense, and your attack. And your attack is going to be going up based on the cards you have of armies and warriors, and certain spaces on the board that you attack can increase your attack and defense, and also movement. So if it's a wing, like this one, if you attack that one and you're successful, you would get +1 for your movement. And then if you put your stronghold on top of that for defeating it, since it has this little gold ring under it, at the beginning of each of your following turns, as long as your stronghold is there, you'll get 1 additional coin at the beginning of your turn. And as you can see, the default defense for that tile is 10. But once you put your stronghold on there, it adds an additional 5. So if your opponent wants to attack you to take that, remove your stronghold, they would need to be 15 defense on that. So you start out at 2 movement, 20 defense, and 0 attack. But you're going to be purchasing cards. You have your warrior cards, which most of them let you change out the dice. You start out with a default of 2 6-sided dice, but there's additional 8-side, 12-side, 20 that you can gain through these warrior cards. Like this one, replace 1 die with a 12-sided die. So of course I'm going to replace my 6-sided dice. And then there's an additional ability that allows me to use any player's ultra power when you use the Power of Olympus card. This one allowed me to do a 12-sided dice. I did have a 20, but he took it. There was a mythical card that allowed him to change cards, so he took my 20-sided dice. He's mean. This one adds 2 defense for each. If 1 or more of your strongholds is on a defense tile, so it would have to be on one with this shield, and I did have that, so that added 2 to my defense, and you would just move your little cube up. As you can purchase more cards and trade these out. You're limited to 4 total on your board. The 2 left ones you can put warrior or army cards, and the 2 right ones you can only put army cards. So you will be purchasing cards throughout the game to try to improve these cards constantly. You just can only have 4 total of those type cards, and you just get rid of whichever extra one.
Yeah, the army cards pretty much start with only like a lot of the basic ones are like 2, and then it goes up to 4 max.
And that's on your attack. That adds, and that's not, you don't, actually you do. You add that on your tally when you put that card down. You do have to adjust your tally when you adjust your card. So say a player takes this card from you, I have a +4 attack.
And that will occur a lot of times in the game.
And gives me a 2, I need to adjust accordingly, and they will adjust accordingly based on the new card that they have on their board. So that's basically the setup. Is you have god cards. They're randomly chosen at the beginning of the game. First, you roll the dice. Whoever rolls first gets to randomly choose one. Then you take the corresponding standing, and there's quite a bit of different gods, which makes this game highly replayable because each god has their own player ability, and they are like I will say, I love the clear standees. I don't love peeling the plastic off at the beginning. That took so long to get that plastic off of these bottom stands and the I was about to give up.
It took probably like 40, 50 minutes to get the plastic
And there's
off.
a lot of them. Plus, and it's on both sides. It's not just one side.
Yeah.
And it's on both sides of these strongholds. And there's 16 strongholds because it's 4 players times 4 strongholds. And then there's all the gods.
Yeah,
so,
some of the
wow.
plastic was literally sealed. Obviously, was overheated,
Yeah.
and so it was like
It was so hard.
stuck.
The ones on the bottoms of the stands. And
Yeah.
I damaged one of my nails trying to get it off. We tried everything. We tried a knife. It was ridiculous.
We didn't want to damage the plastic because
So once you're past that, this game is fun.
Yeah.
That part was awful. But I do love the clear standees. I just hope they have a better option in the future for that plastic covering because that's very frustrating.
yeah, the standees, the clear ones, are way better than the miniatures because these are already pre-cut, like they have color.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love them.
Yeah.
And you can see what's underneath them. You can
Yeah.
see, they're awesome. That's
Yeah.
just the bad part about those. So we regress. So during your turn, you are able to purchase all of these cards that are sitting here. And there is a price. The player aids are really nice. They're 2-sided, but in a 2-player game, the nice thing is you can just do one of each side. So the power cards are one-time use. They're very handy. They cost 3 gold. And you can purchase these at near the beginning of your turn. The mythical cards are really good. They do a lot of take that and really help you in the game. Those cost 6 gold to purchase, and they do all different things. Like they allow you to stop collection of resources for a round. They were the ones that allowed him to take my trade cards and get my 20-sided dice. Automatically win your attack. That's how I won the game. Automatically won my attack at the end. They allow you to pick up warrior cards.
They also allow you to move from one location to another location.
Yeah, there was one I used that allowed you to go to any location. So I was able to go to one of the elements. Because remember, to win the game, you have to have all 4 elements. So it helped me to get that element faster than I would through movement. +7 to your attack. I mean, there's all... They give you a lot of advantages. Then the warrior cards, also those cost 8. And you will be, unless you're lucky and get the 20-sided dice from the get-go, you're going to be buying those and trying to find the ones that have the better dice. Because those dice, what they do, that's your attack. So you're going to be rolling 2 dice no matter what. So you start out with 2 6-sided dice, but if you have 20-sided dice, odds are you're going to roll a high number every time.
We didn't.
Unless you're unlucky like us. And then, of course, your army cards are the ones that add to your attack default amount here. So those are cheap. They're 3 gold. So you're going to constantly be trying to get better ones on those. And, of course, your god has an ability, skill bonus. Mine had +1 for all my attacks. And if I was able to use his ultra power, it's +3. But there's a card that allows you to use the ultra power. It's either in the mythical or the power. I can't remember.
And there's also a card that allows you to use other people's ultra power
That
as
was
well.
the mythical.
Yeah.
It allows you to use any god's ultra power.
Yeah.
And those mythical and power one-time use. Warrior and army are on your player board, and it's a continual effect until you get rid of them. So that's the basics of setup and the mechanics of the cards. So you are going to start, I've lost my character, but you're going to start on the element closest to you, left side of the board. You have, by default, each player has 2 movement, so you can go 2 tiles. But if you're attacking, you don't move until you've successfully defeated that tile. So I could move here, but the default defense is 6 for that one. You start out at 0, so in the beginning it's going to get a little harder to beat those unless you've purchased some army cards. Say you added another 5, so that if you have at least 5 attack over here, you're definitely going to beat that because you're going to be rolling 2 dice. I mean, so you're at least going to get 2 ones. So you add the dice plus whatever your attack is on your player board, and that's your attack points. So if you beat this, you would move that, and you can see it's got a little card it's a power card. It's got a little card with the bird. So you immediately get to collect that 1 power card, and you can use it if you want or keep it in your hand. And anytime you defeat a tile, you also get 1 gold to add to your stash here. So that you're constantly moving and attacking. You're not attacking each other that much. You're mostly attacking to gain rewards. Then if you happen to attack one of these, you see with the color around the hexagon, those are ones that you can place your stronghold on. So if you happen to defeat this one, you get the immediate 1+ movement, but it has a little gold ring under it. That's called a gold mine. You get +1 gold at the beginning of your turn for each of those that you have your stronghold on. You only have 4 strongholds, so you want to be kind of picky where you put them. This one also has a gold, but you get 2 attack at the moment just for defeating it. And then if you put your stronghold there, then you get a gold at the beginning of your turn. This one gives you 3 +3 defense. This one is an amazing one. It's hard to beat. It's 22 defense, and you can put your. Can you put your stronghold there? You can. Yeah, you can put your stronghold there. Anthony did, and it's if you beat that one, you put your stronghold there, and you will get a mythical card at the beginning of every turn. Yeah, Anthony we battled for that. We both kept trying to beat that one, and Anthony finally won. I would have had to beat him at 27 defense. I did knock you off. I did knock your stronghold off.
You use a card that removed the stronghold.
Yeah, I had a mythical card. If you're in range, you can remove any stronghold. So I finally got rid of that off of him, so he wasn't gaining that mythical card every turn. Because those mythical cards, they're pretty mean. They're evil.
I learned from the game that once you have enough power, I was trying to keep upgrading my power. It's a better choice to just try to get mythical cards
and elements. See, I won because I got the elements. He only had. Well, I also took his elements away a couple times.
3 times
with the mythical cards. They're mean.
Yeah, I didn't get any of those.
But so those are, and then there's one more where you get a power card. Where is that one? Because there's 3 things you can gain at the beginning of your turn. Gold.
This is the power?
Power card.
This one's the power card.
No, the one with your stronghold. Or the mythical. Where's the power card one?
I don't think there isn't one.
There is.
I think it's just, no, there isn't.
Yeah, there's one where you can gain a power card at the beginning of every turn. If you put your stronghold there. Oh, it's right here. Let's see. Oh, I'm over it. We're over them.
Oh.
That's why we didn't see them. Our strongholds are on them. So, yeah, you want to gain these. Definitely want to gain those. And it looks like there's only 2 of them.
Yeah.
So in a 4-player game, that would be highly competitive. In a 2-player game, you're pretty much both going to get one. So if your stronghold is on top of that space, you get a power card at the beginning of every turn. And those power cards are very helpful. They're one-time use, but they give you a lot of advantages. They're more helpful to you than...
And you can even get this one that steals a mythic or pick up a mythical card.
I mean, those are more helpful to the person who draws them. They don't have that much take that in those. The mythical ones are the ones that are evil.
But they do have the attack boosters.
Yeah, they have attack boosters. They have
steal
things where you can't be attacked. I mean, they more like they build you up. Whereas the mythicals is more about
it's punishing
your opponents.
Yeah.
So you're just going to keep moving throughout the board, trying to get the name of the game is getting the 4 elements. You need to get the 4 different elements, and then in between all that, you're gaining cards, buying cards, and if you get on, there's several spaces where you just gain a card, and you always get a gold if you beat the tile. If you battle an opponent, another god, if you lose, you go back to your starting place or on top of one of your strongholds. but if you win, they go back, and then you take over the space, and
you get one of their
elements. So we had a lot of fun playing this game.
This game is awesome.
And I do think it would be more fun with a higher player count. It would be more competitive. With 2 players, the mythical cards is really the player engagement in the game, because you don't really get close enough to each other. We battled a few times.
Yeah, the board's too big for a 2-player game, so...
Yeah, we battled a few times, but that was Anthony attacking me. I was focused on getting the elements. But in a 3 or 4-player game, you're going to have to battle to get to those elements, because there's always going to be someone near you and trying to stop you. It's still fun at 2 players, but Quentin is in Spain right now, so we couldn't play with him, but when he gets back, we'll have to try it with a 3-player game, because he would love this game and see. Yeah.
It's got a lot of take. That's another thing. This game has a lot of take that.
With the mythical cards. Yeah. So definitely, we think this game's a fun game. So, So what do you want to add to it?
Okay, so I'll do the positive, negatives, and replayability, and also my overall total. So the positives. Wow, this is really nice table presence. It's probably one of the best table presence I've seen. Components are phenomenal. There's just 2 components I could think of that we would upgrade.
The coins.
And the blocks. But then also...
What's wrong with the blocks?
I don't know. I would upgrade. So, because you never know. They might have something with a little sword, shield, and wing. You never know. But besides that, this is like one of the... this would be a Kickstarter if it wasn't just, those 2 elements. Because the cards are phenomenal, great quality, nice and thick. These are nice.
They don't have the linen on them, though. I wish they had the linen.
Oh, yeah, that too.
They don't. But
then these definitely are really nice. And then also the standees. So overall, for the components, really high quality, and really love the artwork, and it sticks with the theme. So the mechanics, I really like the mechanics. It's phenomenal mechanics. We love take that, and then we also, we like the card hand management type games. Those are some of our favorites. So combined with that, the area control is it's not overwhelming, and it's not a key factor in the game. So because you're pretty much, people are going to be running and try to get the elements. So really high for the whole mechanics. Replayability, high replayability, because there's like how many gods? Like
12
gods. Yeah, 11 or 12 gods. Plus the different cards and everything.
Ours are 10.
Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 gods. Okay. Counting was kind of...
Well, I thought there was 2 on the board, so it was messing me up.
Okay. But high replayability. And I could see them coming out with an expansion with more different cards, or implement different type of cards. So, or even expanding beyond this, where there might be different Step Warrior Army. So it's I could see it being expanded in the future. So really good. I can't see much of an upgrade to the components because they're already really highly upgraded. So for what was I talking about?
I have no idea.
So replayability high. So overall total, I'm going to give this like an 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. It's replayable. Components are really nice. We really like to take that. That's literally our favorite type of mechanic. We're very competitive, so we like dominating over our components.
Components? You mean opponents?
Opponents. I was thinking because you destroyed me. So.
As it should be.
But 8.5 out of 10. Really, really enjoyed this game. Highly recommended. So what did you think?
Well, I really enjoyed this game, and I love the clear standees. Those are my favorite. I don't like the miniatures, the gray blobs. I never liked those. I love these, and the strongholds are nice. I just wish it had better coins. The coins are literally just plastic big chips, but of course we could get some coins. But the mechanics and the flow I thought was really nice. I was enjoying myself the entire game. I never found myself getting bored or wishing it would be over, so that's a good sign.
And she normally doesn't like area control type games.
Yeah, but this isn't area control, really. It is, but it isn't. Like, it's more...
hand management.
Yeah, because you only have 4 strongholds. It's not like you're trying to... you're just trying to gain resources with those, not, you know...
And there's enough card quality.
Dominate a territory. Yeah. But I found this game very enjoyable. And I do like the fact that you can constantly upgrade and purchase more cards. So even if someone has this, if you have your strongholds where you're gaining coins every time and you're getting defeating a tile, like I was getting 4 coins most rounds. So every other turn, I'm able to buy a mythical card. So, because later in the game, you're pretty much just going to be buying mythical cards because once you get these to a certain level, you're set. You don't need more of those. So, and if you are on one of these power things, you're getting that every turn at the beginning. So if you're on that, you're just basically all you're going to want to buy is mythical cards later in the game. And so it's more of a balance of trying to always have enough coins to purchase better cards, and your attack, you want to get that higher and higher if you can, just so you're able to easily defeat these tiles. And really, I don't feel there's really that much of a need to battle opponents other than if they have too many elements, you might want to attack them to knock them down backwards, because once someone gets 4 elements, other than that, I mean, unless you really want that stronghold. I did use a card to get that stronghold off only because he was getting a mythical card every time, and that was an unfair advantage because he had so many and I didn't have enough coins to keep up with him. So that was important to get him off of there. But other than that, I mean, I didn't feel the need to battle you ever other than that. Because I was using cards to get you.
Yeah.
To take your elements. And but, yeah, I think this game has high replayability because there are so many different gods. So even if you don't want to do random, you could just play with a different god every time if you want to change it up. But definitely, if you enjoy this type of game, you should check this out. It came out in 2021, so it hasn't been out that long.
What would you rate it? I
would rate it an 8, definitely. Yeah. And that's a good rating for me. I rarely rate games higher than an 8 if I enjoy them. But we will put the link in the description so you can check this game out for yourself. Please give us a like. Feel free to leave a comment. We hope you're already subscribed, but if not, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.